Is a prestigious school's bachelor's degree the golden ticket for getting the job of your dreams? The answer may surprise you. Hi, I'm Tara PK, the Scholarship Whisperer. I'm a real former college financial aid director, giving expert, reliable information and accurate data to families to help them make the best decisions about how to pay for college. Pro tip: getting a degree from a highly selective, prestigious name brand school is no guarantee that that dream job is in the bag. And I'll prove it in a second with a 100% true story. Look, I understand why families feel that that bachelor's degree from the prestigious, name brand school is like the golden ticket to your kid's future, but that's not really the case. We've all been led to believe that a $350,000 bachelor's degree has got to be better than a $100,000 bachelor's degree, right? And a $300,000 bachelor's degree will always lead to a more high-paying job than a $100,000 bachelor's degree. But that's just not the case. So here's that 100% true story. Several years ago, I was giving a presentation on how to pay for college to a very large, prestigious financial institution. And after I gave my presentation, two gentlemen came up to talk to me afterward. And one said, well, I had to go to an Ivy League school because that's where we recruit our student interns. So if I wanted this job, I had to go. And the other gentleman said, you and I have the same job, and I graduated from the City University of New York. Ouch. Same result, dream job, but at less than a third of the cost. So what should families and students do to put themselves in the best position to get that dream job? They should do some research to see which schools might be the best fit for the student and for the job. And here are the steps that they can take to do that. And number 3 is going to blow your mind. Step 1 might sound obvious. They look for schools that have the program that will lead to the dream job. But not just the program, they want to make sure that it's a robust program. So yeah, maybe school A does have the program, but they only graduate 1 or 2 students from it each year. Not very robust. Smart students and families look for a school that consistently graduates a large number of students from that program. Step 2 is they look for a school where the student would be toward the top of the school's applicant pool. This is important for a couple of reasons. Sometimes it's better to be in the top 10% of a less selective school class than in the bottom 10% of a more selective school's class. And also, if that student is toward the top of a school's applicant pool, the school may offer the student a merit scholarship. They do tend to offer those to the students toward the top of their applicant pool. So smart families and students look for schools that really want the student because they're toward the top of the applicant pool. And they may even entice the student to enroll by offering a merit scholarship. Okay, here's step 3. It's going to blow your mind. They look for schools that have a high graduation rate and low student loan default rate. Let's look at graduation rates first. What is a graduation rate? It's the measure of the percentage of students who start a program on a full-time basis and complete that program within a specified period of time. So for bachelor's degrees, they look at how many students entered the program on a full-time basis and completed their degree in 4 years and in 6 years. The 4-year graduation rate is the 100% graduation rate, and the 6-year is the 150% graduation rate. Those graduation rates are reported to the Department of Education every year. Guess what the most recent 4-year graduation rate is for bachelor's degree programs? 47.6%. That means less than half of the students who started their program have completed it in 4 years. When you look at the 6-year graduation rate, the 150%, that number goes up to 64.5%. Still, at the end of 6 years, more than a third of students haven't completed their 4-year bachelor's degree. And here's another pro tip for you. Years 5 and 6 are not free. That's why looking at a school's graduation rate is so important, because a high graduation rate is one indicator that the school is good at getting their students through the program on a timely basis. Moving on to the school's cohort default rate and why that's important. A school's federal student loan cohort default rate measures the percentage of students who default on their federal student loans within 3 years of leaving the institution. A school with a lower cohort default rate means that their former student borrowers have been pretty good about repaying their federal student loans as promised. And it could also be an indicator that the students who leave the school have a decent job so that they can pay their student loans back. Okay, now here's the best news for you. All of this information is super easy to find and it's free. And I'm going to show you where to find it for free. So let me ask you, do you want to continue to spend your time on those super shiny, highly selective schools that deny at least 90% of their student applications and never give merit scholarships to anybody, and where if your student does get in, they would be toward the bottom of the class? Or are you open to broadening your perspective so that you might look for a school that might be a better fit for your student in a lot of ways? If you have 4 minutes and are ready to research schools that might be the best fit for your kid, you're in luck. I just posted a free 4-minute training in my free private Facebook group, and there's a link to that in the comments. If you find this information helpful and you want more reliable expert information from a former college financial aid director so that you can make your best decisions about how to pay for college without going broke, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, all the good stuff. Or don't, and keep making important decisions with bad information. See how that works out for you. As my grandpa always said, you're old enough to make your own mistakes.